It's week 2 highlights of season 9 and things are starting to hot up this week. We've got another 12 games available for you. As you can see, all the fixtures on screen. So let's have a look at the lineups for week 2 across the teams. Starting with Parmesan, Belgrade. Captain Martin has a number of players, including new signings, to call upon this week. He's able to call upon Graham, Stephen, Chucky, Martin, Lewis, Sean, Paddy and Stuart. Chucky making his debut after the transfer between the seasons to Parmesan Belgrade from Ivory, looking to make an impact this week. Looking now at Flaberdeen. Flaberdeen had a bit of a torrid start last week, however their numbers are much better this week. Captain Paul can call upon Richard, Jamie, Barry, Terry and Belly, as well as pulling in Zach from the Commissioner's team. Zach actually the only Commissioner team this week, as we had a huge turnout in numbers, so congratulations to everybody, including the Flaberdeen boys. Looking at Scrandinavia now, after the disastrous start, you have to say, from last week after winning the championship last season, they, like Flaberdeen, have better numbers this week. Lewis unavailable, but Thomas, Matthew, Chris, Ian, Barry, Champers and Adam all available, with that deadly Champers and Chris duo available this week for impact. O.B City lineup next for you. Willie available this week himself, but also able to call upon Brian, Lewis, Matt, Stevie and Lenny, both of them making their debuts, and Stephen makes a return as well, looking to try and see if they can push on after a mixed bag last week, but a decent solid start for the O.B City team. Rapid Viennetta unfortunately found themselves at the bottom of the league last season, but if your form's going to be bad, best thing to do is at the start, giving you plenty of time to solve it. Cal has Graham, James, Niall, Jack, Aidan and Lewis all available this week as they look to try and pick up some vital points to stop them from being cut away at the bottom of the table. Fatburn Rovers had a fantastic start last week and found themselves at the top of the league, and they've got a strong lineup available this week. Terry, new captain for Fatburn Rovers, has Jason, Finlay, Tazzy, Stephen, John and new signing Timber all available this week as they look to continue their fantastic trend that has left them at the top of the league. Ivory Toast have better numbers this week, it must be said, after the only 2 core players available last week and relying on Commissioners. Greg has a number of key players available to him, including Paul, David, Uther, Connor, Liam, Kev and Neil. Paul making his debut from Ivory Toast after transferring from the Commissioner's squad during the season break. And finally, we'll look at the Bayern Bru lineup for this week. Roscoe back in after a brilliant turnout last week and a helping hand across the teams, and we thank the Bayern Bru boys for helping out there. Roscoe's got Paul, Colin, Gareth, Craig, Andrew, Leaps and Martin all available this week. Bayern Bru looking to continue a fantastic start from last week as well. And looking at the league table from last week, Fatburn Rovers at the top of the league with Bayern Bru right behind them. O.B City in third, maybe a little disconnect from me earlier in the run through. Ivory Toast, Parmesan, Belgrade, Flaberdeen, Scrandinavia and then Rapid Viennetta at the bottom as we head into week 2. First game available of week 2 for the highlights sees Rapid Viennetta versus Fatburn Rovers. Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting from left to right, and Fatburn Rovers in green shooting from right to left. Early on here, the top of the league, Fatburn Rovers, losing possession to Rapid Viennetta, but Cal just shoots wide there, unfortunately. Good decent start for Rapid Viennetta, getting a shot on target, but they're going to have to be clinical to get past the cat-like reflexes and the wall that is Jason in goal for Fatburn Rovers. Massive impact he's had being back, as well as obviously the addition of Timber to the team as Fatburn Rovers come forward now with John. John with the shot, and there is the key player for them, you have to say, as I highlighted Jason and Timber earlier. It's John's clinical finishing so far this season that is really propelling them forward. John here winning that ball and a fine finish there against James in goal to Rapid Viennetta, and that puts Fatburn Rovers 1-0 in front of this game, and straight away from the kickoff there, John hungry for the ball, winning it there, but unfortunately cannot make anything from it there. Jason collects the ball comfortably there and looks to roll out to Timber now. Timber has an option there but doesn't take it, takes the shot, and he does find the back of the goal there. It looked like James was going to get a foot on that shot, but unfortunately for James and Rapid Viennetta, it slipped past there. Stephen there is an option for Timber, chose not to use it, and you have to say that paid off well for Fatburn Rovers and Timber there. And very quickly in this game, Fatburn Rovers asserting their dominance on top of Rapid Viennetta there. They look like they're in a bit of a pickle here after a bad start last week. They'll be hoping for some better luck, and it's going almost from bad to worse there. Stephen threw on goals, but unfortunately couldn't make a contact with the ball there. but neither matters considering that Rapid are still 2-0 down as the ball's lost once again. But Niall there with the chance, and Jason matches him there. Timber with the ball at feet, looks to flick it through to John. Can John go on it? Oh, he does! And look at the celebration from John there. Unknown fact for viewers, John cannot hit a ball with his left foot, his own words and not mine. And if you watch here as the ball comes across, it's the left foot there. Fantastic finish with the weaker foot, and that is the reason for the celebration there from John. Just here though, it looked like as if there might have been a shout for a penalty there. It's very, very tight. Obviously, if the player is not encroaching into the box with their foot, and a ball can sit on the line and be contacted out of the box. I know, a little bit over technical there. But if that happens, it isn't actually technically a penalty because the player isn't in the box. So we'll just leave it to the referee's discretion. That one is too tight and inconclusive for us to be making any judgments there. Regardless, 3-0 is the score to Fatburn Rovers there, as Rapid Viennetta miss an opportunity to get a goal there with a fine save from Jason. Ball quickly rolled it to Tazzy now. Tazzy plays it into John. John with a shot, and John with the goal, and it is 4-0 now here for Fatburn Rovers. Look at the Rapid Viennetta players after this ball goes in. It's a great pass there from Tazzy to find John. A fantastic strike there. And you can see both Lewis and Graham standing there just shell-shocked at the state of things here. This could go an absolute disaster for Rapid Viennetta here. But hang on. That's Jack there with the goal for Rapid Viennetta. They are back into this game immediately. Great positive attitude and great drive there from Rapid Viennetta to push forward and get themselves a goal there. Good finish there from Jack. I think the unorthodox finish there is actually thrown Jason off. Jason thought it was going to go to his right-hand post, but it's actually snuck into the left there. Rapid Viennetta will not care. They have got to go back into this game that cut to deficit as John just misses a chance there. Maybe not a gilt-edged chance, but still an opportunity there to really kill this game off. A fifth win in for Fatburn Rovers. As the ball's coming out of the Rapid Viennetta half there, it's bobbling about. They can't get it clear. Eventually do it. Lands with Jack. Jack with a shot. Oh my word, they've got another goal here, Rapid Viennetta. They look like they were down and out. They're back into this. It's a poor clearance there from Timber. It bounces off Aiden there. Terry comes across to try and get the block. He does get a touch on it, and Jack just instinctively hits that ball, and it goes in the back of the net. So 4-2 now. Rapid Viennetta. I mean, maybe they might come back. We'll need to just watch to see if they do make it all the way back to 4-all, but they've certainly given themselves a chance. That's a great ball through to Aiden. Can Aiden finish? Oh, and unlucky for Aiden there. A great save there by Jason running out to the edge of his box there to put him off, and it just couldn't be converted. This game has absolutely swung in the opposite direction as to how it started. Rapid Viennetta with their tails up here. Fatburn Rovers still a threat, but Rapid Viennetta carving out chances when at the start of this game they didn't even get a look at the ball. Fatburn Rovers will looking to get under control in this game. Once again, as Tazzy comes through, that's a fantastic save there from James. Big strong hand to push that away from the goal, and it's collected by Rapid Viennetta. Lovely ball there by Niall to find Lewis, and the return ball not quite making it there. Timber's intercepted. There's Tazzy there. Can Tazzy finish? Good save there from James, and that sets Jack away. Jack's into the corner, but unfortunately John follows him in and stops any opportunity there for Rapid Viennetta. Jack go to collect the ball in his own half there and back to the goalkeeper for safety. Rapid Viennetta enjoying a spell of possession here as Cal looks to find Lewis. He does eventually find it there, a little bit scrappy. Lewis the shot, Lewis with the goal, and it's 4-3 all of a sudden now. That ball just making its way into the feet of Lewis there, and then Lewis cutting into the middle of the pitch there and taking that long shot and finding that bottom corner, and Rapid Viennetta carving out an opportunity as a result of what you have to say has been a lengthy period of possession and attacking possession force here. Rapid Viennetta looking like they're trying to get back into this for the point. I mean, they're going to be, considering the score is 4-3, but their tails are definitely up. As the shot there saved from Aiden there, Jason doing a great job denying him there, and that keeps it at a slender 4-3 lead for Fatburn Rovers. They've got the ball in their own half, Fatburn Rovers, but it's been lost. Nails intercepted. Aiden almost winning that ball away from John, but it's lost, but it's picked up again. Oh my word, that's it, that's the equaliser there. They've found their way back into this game. 4-all the score now. John winning that ball, Stephen trying to get across to win, and then John trying to roll it past Cal. Cal standing strong there, and the volley there, first time by Aiden, hits the back of net, and Jason rooted to the spot, and Rapid Viennetta back in this game. Now can Fatburn Rovers mustered themselves to find the winner. And as I say that, I cannot believe that Rapid Viennetta had a golden opportunity there from Graham. Unlucky for Graham, but it could have been an absolute smash and grab job here from Rapid Viennetta. As Fatburn hit the post from Timber, this game is just swinging from end to end. Either team now can go, and I have no idea who's going to walk away with the points in this game. Unless it's... Oh, and there's a save there from Jason. As I was trying to say, this game could end up as a draw here as well. It would be deserving considering the electric start from Fatburn Rovers and the absolute gritted comeback here from Rapid Viennetta. Both teams deserving a point here, but is someone going to nick it is the big question. There's a brilliant ball there from Cal's play through, but unfortunately doesn't come to anything. Graham there's a complaint about a slide there as the ball goes high over there. I think he basically slipped and reached for it. John hooks it away. The ball's behind the goal and the referee blows the whistle and I can finally breathe. 4-4, what a fantastic game. Game number 2 of week 2 sees Parmesan Belgrade versus Ivory Toast. Parmesan Belgrade in white, shooting from left to right, and Ivory Toast in yellow, shooting from right to left. Parmesan Belgrade looking to play it from the goalkeeper here, playing it out to Lewis. Their long ball up to Stephen. Stephen now on the turn, and the shot is just wide of goal there, unfortunately. Still has the ball in possession, but unable to make any good chances from it in that attack. Lewis, so the ball at feet again, looks to hit from distance, but it is rolled wide here. Parmesan Belgrade and Ivory Toast, bit of mixed results last week. Ivory Toast getting that impressive win of O.B City, and Parmesan Belgrade with the win later on as Stewart gets the goal there in this match. Lovely little run there, takes that ball in, that pass that comes in from the corner. I think it's actually an interception there. Stewart rides the tackle there and then just pokes it into the other side of the goal, past the feet of Paul, and goals for Ivory Toast. And there is the opening goal in this game, and it is gone to Parmesan Belgrade, and Stewart the goal scorer there as Ivory Toast look to get forward but unable to make any attacks from there. Paddy playing the ball out to Stewart. Stewart now scanning, looking for a team, but finds Lewis. Now Lewis is going to hit from distance. He does, and it's a great save there from Paul. Shot with venom that from Lewis there, but Paul in goals there. Managed to get a strong block against that to deny him a goal in this game. That would be Parmesan's second. Chucky now just joined Parmesan Belgrade during the mid-season break there. As Paddy there on the volley, but straight at the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper makes a comfortable save. Chucky wins the ball though, and Chucky gets the goal there for Parmesan Belgrade. Brilliant tenacity there from Chucky, winning that ball off of David. Clean tackle there with the left foot, and then with the right foot there, slotting it into the goal. That trickled into that back of the net, but Chucky will not care. That is a goal for his new team, and he is off the marker with the goals for his brand new team, and they will be delighted to have him in their squad. So 2-0 is the score now in this match, as Parmesan Belgrade look to come forward again with Martin, and the captain there just hitting wide of the goal. A glorious chance there to get a third, but unfortunately he's just hit it wide there. Ivory Toast now looking to come forward, plays it through to David. David has two players there, and he's hit the post. Unbelievable there from David. Two defenders there for Parmesan Belgrade, managed to shoot past both of them and then hit the post, unfortunately, for him there. Kev now played it to Liam. Liam had such a great goal scored last season, hits the post as well. I think it might have been a save by the goalkeeper. It might have been tipped wide into the back board there, but it has gone wide either case, and the score still 2-0 as Sean in goals. So Parmesan Belgrade makes another vital save, this time against Kev there. Parmesan Belgrade get the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper now as they look to restart again, but the ball's been lost by Chucky as Greg comes forward and finds Neil. Neil with a hit, and Sean with the save there. Great save there from Sean. Could easily snuck past him there. I think he interpreted that the shot was going to go either side of him, but it went straight at him and he stood strong. Ivory Toast losing the ball as it lands with Chucky in front of goal to find Stephen. Oh, Stephen's hit wide unbelievably. Second chance though, and he does put it away at the second time of asking. Unbelievable miss to start with from Stephen. He really won't want to see that. However, he will put it to the back of his mind as he took his time, stayed calm, and managed to dink it over the goalkeeper and under the crossbar there to make up for the miss earlier there, and the wee high five from Chucky there, probably because he's been able to put it away the second time. So it's 3-0 now to Parmesan Belgrade. Even with the bigger squad, Ivory's Toast still struggling this week a little bit under the force of Parmesan Belgrade, who are looking good just now with this team. Ivory Toast, a team definitely with some firepower. And so this is a bit of a result if it ends like this for Parmesan Belgrade. And luck had it there, but not there. The luck was there initially as Neil hit wide of the goals there. Absolute piercing pass there from Greg. The shot there just wide of the post there. Connor, however, on the front foot, reacting quickest and then getting to it straight away for Sean. Has a time to get up and get himself sorted onto his feet again. And Ivory Toast taking the advantage there of the diving goalkeeper, diving in a good way. So 3-1 is the score now for Parmesan Belgrade. Can they see this game out, or will, like it did last season, will their lead crumble once again? I have to say, it is a different squad, so there might be a different bit of fortune as Stephen picks up the ball after a bad kick out there by Paul. The shot and the advantage taken there by Stephen. Scored 4-1 now. Unfortunately for Paul, that is an unbelievably bad kick out there, straight at Stephen there. I think Paul was trying to just squeeze it past Stephen there to find the on-Russian player that was on the near side of the camera here. But unfortunately, he went through to the opposition's feet, and Stephen's taken advantage of that gift. And Parmesan Belgrade now 4-1 in the lead. And you're hoping now that they can hold on. Well, unless you're an Ivory Toast fan, obviously. But if you're a supporter of Parmesan or don't have any skin in the game, you'll be hoping they can hold on to this potentially to spice things up a little bit this season. As Ivory Toast just hit wide there. Stephen taking the ball down. Lovely little take there, but straight at Paul, the goalkeeper, with some strong hands there. The ball's been rolled out, but straight to the opposition. I think he might have taken a nick. It's a bad angle here. But they've won it now, Ivory Toast, and they've got an advantage here with Kev through on goal. Can Kev finish? Yes, he does. Kev does not miss this time. It looked like a bit of chaos there in the Ivory Toast defence, but it worked out for them. And Neil found Kev unmarked in space, and he had time to slot that away as the predominant amount of Parmesan Belgrade players up, looking to try and take advantage of the mix-up in the Ivory Toast defence. Left them with only one man back, and Ivory Toast put them to the sword. 4-2 the score now as Parmesan Belgrade enjoy a little spell of controlled possession now. And once again, another goalkeeper error there, this time for Parmesan Belgrade. Ball's played through to Liam, but it's blocked now. David has the ball. David plays it out wide there. I think it's Boother on the other side with the ball there. Scoops it over though, and Connor can't get onto that, unfortunately. And now Connor has collected though in the corner as David with the ball. David with a shot. Oh, and it's gone in the back of the net. Brilliant shot from distance there from David. Great credit to Connor for winning that loose ball and then bringing it back, finding his teammate. But David here takes the shot. Number of players closing him down there. Absolute power and placement in that shot. And Sean is left just standing there watching that ball go past him. 4-3 now, an uncomfortable scoreline for Parmesan Belgrade after they were 4-1 ahead. 2 quick goals there from Ivory Toast and brought them back in. And Parmesan Belgrade will be looking to just try and shut up shop at the back and see this out. Almost a chance there as the ball's almost slipped through, but Parmesan Belgrade coming through. Had his shot blocked. Neil intercepts. Whistle goes. 4-3 Parmesan. Game number 3 for you this week sees O.B City versus Bayern Bru. O.B City in black, shooting left to right, and Bayern Bru in purple, shooting right to left. Early on, the ball rolling into the arms of the Bayern Bru goalkeeper. O.B City find themselves in third, and as I said in the introduction, I think I did them a bit disservice, but they are sitting comfortably in third. Bayern Bru above them, so this is a second versus third match here. Both teams will be pleased with their positioning at the end of last week, but they'll be looking to kick on as Roscoe picks up the ball. Andrew trying to play it through, but Willie there blocking the opportunity. And the quick roll out to Lewis now. Lewis plays it over to Stephen. Stephen now looking to find Lewis once again, but it's intercepted by Roscoe, and Roscoe's on the run here, and Roscoe takes a shot, and Roscoe gets a goal. Fantastic run and shot there from Roscoe. Brilliant interception there. Picks it up from his own half, goes forward. Colin there providing support, but I honestly can't keep up with him. Martin there on the left-hand side, but Roscoe doesn't use him and slots that away for the opening goal to make it 1-0 Bayern Bru. Absolutely lethal and clinical counter-attack there from Bayern Bru and Roscoe, and has put them into the driving seat of this game with the initial opening goal. Now, O.B City looking to get back into this game and to reply pretty quick in this match as they look to try and push on. Again, second v third tier with O.B City in third place, so they'll be looking to try and get some points in here to either leapfrog or make sure that Bayern Bru don't run away and create a gap from them in that second place position. Looks like Gareth now on the opposite side with the ball at feet, looking to find a player, but it's intercepted there and the ball's loose and Willie's going to pick it up now. Willie through and go, can he finish? Oh, he's just hit over, but second chance and it's in from Willie there. Brilliant goal there from Willie. The volley there, the half volley, looked like he missed the opportunity initially as it bounced over the goals, and then he hits it on the volley there and it just sneaks into the goal there off the inner of the post. Brilliant finish there by Willie. Great tenacity and work rate there, and he gets the reward, and it is 1-1 in this match. I think everybody in the pitch there impressed with Willie with that follow-up shot as well, just because it looked like the opportunity had completely gone and most players would have had their head in their hands probably walking back. But O.B City break again now through with Brian. Can they do it again? Craig in goes for Bayern, quickly to the edge of the box, and a brilliant save there. Looked like that was going to be the second goal for O.B City, but is denied by some good goalkeeping there as Brian feeds it through to Lewis. And once again, Craig standing strong in goal, making the block, and the ball bobbles round in the middle of the pitch, looking for someone to take some ownership of it there. Bayern Bru now looking to restart from their own goal here as it played it to Paul. Paul now looking to skip it forward there as he does, and the runner onto the end of the ball there collects it there on the opposite side, looks to flick it back to Paul though. Paul with a shot and the save there, but the second chance there lands at the feet of Gareth, and Gareth smashes it into the back of the net to give Bayern Bru their second goal of this game. Paul, a little bit like Willie there, just hits it over. You can see Paul's given up on it there, but Gareth hasn't, and there goes the second goal for Bayern Bru. Great attention there from Gareth to pick up on that second ball, to react quickest to it and get it in the back of the net. And we are 2-1 in this game now as Ash looks to come forward there, but the ball has been denied to go in the back of the net by the innkeeper there. I believe it's Stevie making his debut for O.B City this week. Ash has the ball once again, but cannot get a strong attack on. And there was almost a quick counter there, but it was blocked by Andrew there to deny O.B City getting away there as Gareth takes the shot and just sits over. Now Stephen has the ball, and can he counter attack there with a shot? Powerful shot, but just over the bar there. Craig with a hand raised to deny it, really, but it wouldn't have been going on target anyway. But in any case, it's missed, and the ball now out of play behind the O.B City goal here. And they're looking for a quick roll out to get started. Once again, Stevie, great ball out there to Lewis. Lewis has Gareth there for company, but he's made some space. Looking to cut and takes the shot. Oh, and that's in from distance there from Lewis, and that is the equaliser in this game. Lewis, nice little turn there, stopped the ball in his tracks there, was able to turn around, make a little bit of space away from Gareth there, and a great shot there. And I think it's because it goes through the ruckus of bodies there. The goalkeeper unsighted, unable to make the chance there, and the referee blows to get the game underway once again with only moments left of this match. There's a chance there for Bayern, but it's denied, and there's the full-time score, 2-2 between these teams. Game number 4 of week 2 sees Flaberdeen versus Scrandinavia. Flaberdeen in blue, shooting from left to right, and Scrandinavia in red, shooting from right to left. Flaberdeen, you would technically say, the weaker team this week, even though they've got 7 players available this week. And the only reason they're getting that title is because of the use of the commissioner player, unlike all the rest of the teams. Zach, though, a fantastic addition there, as he just showed there with the save from Champers. And so Flaberdeen will be hoping to try and pick up some points this week. But they face a tough team, Scrandinavia, this week after a bad start last week. They have got both Champers and their top goal scorer, Chris, available today. So, as you can see early on, Scrandinavia, with the early chances, they'll be looking to push on from here to get some points and move up the table. As the ball into the Scandinavia half here with Champers. Champers still has that lovely footwork here, past several players there with the shot. And the opening goal for Scrandinavia, and is that set the tone of the game today between these two. Champers there running past 3 players there, and then a brilliant shot from distance on the left-hand side of Zach there in the inner post, and he will be disappointed to be beaten there. But Champers, unbelievable player, can light up any game, especially for Scrandinavia, as they go 1-0 up in this game. Jamie with the ball at feet, looking to come forward. Thomas tries to make the tackle there, but if Jamie finds a little bit of space around him, but unfortunately just shoots wide of the goal there. Thomas now with the ball, looking to find a player there, but it's intercepted, and then intercepted once again as Chris finds Thomas, and Thomas with a great chance in front of goals there. but Zach denying Thomas there, fortunately for Flaberdeen. Scrandinavia still have the ball through Champers. Champers, lovely football once again, looking for Chris. Can Chris get the shot away here? He does, but it's saved by Zach. Powerful shot there, but well saved by Zach. Terry goes up the end of the pitch here, the other end of the pitch, on the counter, and slots a goal away for Flaberdeen. Brilliant counter-attack. Jamie Pearson through ball to find the on-rushing Terry there, and Terry, with a little bit of a curl, just rolls away from the feet of Barry and goes there and finds that bottom corner. And Flaberdeen are back into this game and stop Scandinavia running away early on with this match. 1-0 is the scoreline here as Terry there loses the ball out to Chris, but eventually Richard there with a good block to stop Chris getting comfortable with the ball there. Scandinavia looking to roll it with Ian, brand new signing from Ivory Toast. So someone there's lost it to Barry, but Barry in goals for Scandinavia, denying Barry outfield for Flaberdeen. And yes, we have name confusion possibility coming up here with multiple names on the score sheet here, or in the lineup more to be exact here. But Champers with the shot there, and it's saved and pushed wide by Zach as Chris looks to pick up for Scrandinavia. Looks to weave in and out, but unable to. As Richard now has the ball at feet, plays it over to Belly. Belly now looking to find a player. Can't do it the first pass. Can he do it now? He's through and he's found Terry. And Terry with the second goal there for Flaberdeen. And unbelievably, Flaberdeen have taken the lead in this game. I say unbelievably because no one would have expected that looking at the lineups for this match with Scandinavia being completely packed with talent this week. And you would have thought after the results last week, Scandinavia would have looked to this week and their player set to push on and pick up some extra points. But not the case so far in this game. Still plenty of time for Scandinavia to come back into it as Champers comes forward and just shoots wide. Adam with a shot, an unbelievable save there from Zach. You could see on the face of Adam there, the outstretched leg of Zach, not only stopping the ball from going in the back of net, but able to flick that ball up behind the goal and put it to safety. Unbelievable goalkeeping there from Zach. Champers intercepted the ball though and is coming forward now. Still going forward, still going. Champers with a shot. Not this time. This time though. Oh no, disaster there. Champers hits the post and the ball ricochets back off and hits Zach in the face and goes in. You can see initially he's covering his face there and then truly hits the post and goes in. That is unbelievably cruel for Flaberdeen, more so for Zach. And Zach's alright, by the way, in case folks are concerned after taking that straight in the face. He carries on fine for the rest of the game. But unbelievable stuff there that hits him in the face. I'm sorry to laugh, Zach, but it is comical, you have to say. The scoreline being 2-2 now is all square as there you go, Zach continues to produce the wonder saves there, and we'll swiftly move on from the slightly comical moment there. 2-2 in this match, but Champers picked up the ball now, runs to Thomas, and Thomas there, great hit from Thomas, but the goalkeeping expertise there from Zach denies him there. Definitely credit to the goalkeeper there. Nothing Thomas necessarily did wrong with that. It was well placed, as we apologise for having a small critter on our camera that may be a bit distracting there, but unfortunately nothing that we could do about that. These cameras are static. As Champers comes forward with the ball through on goal, can he get the winner here? Yes, he does. He slots it away there. I say the winner is because there's only moments left of this game as Champers on a fantastic run there. He goes past Jamie. Terry tries to come across the block but is unable to. Champers puts that into the bottom corner there, puts Scandinavia in the lead, and the referee blows full time. It is the winner, 3-2 to Scandinavia. Game number 5 here, week 2, season 9, Fat Fives football sees Bayern Bru versus Ivory Toast. Bayern Bru in purple shooting left to right, Ivory Toast in yellow shooting right to left. Early on there, like Bayern Bru is going to have a chance, but David now for Ivory Toast takes the shot on, but it's well saved by Craig and goals for Bayern Bru. Both these teams looking to try and walk away with the 3 points in this match after Ivory Toast unable to get those points earlier on against Parmesan, Belgrade, and Bayern Bru having the draw against O.B City. Bayern Bru will be hoping to also get those points to try and make that gap to O.B City, and that's a disastrous start if that is what they are trying to do. I mean, it's obvious that is what they're trying to do, but it is still a disastrous start there as David runs on through past 3 players there and then gets the shot away past Craig in goals to give Ivory Toast the lead. 1-0 the score in this match now. Great goal there by David. Brilliant driving run as the ball is then loose in the Ivory Toast half. Liam now for Ivory Toast, pushing into the Bayern Bru half as he cuts back in and gets the shot away, and Craig there with the save, and a very, very fortunate spin there means the ball doesn't head to the backboards and actually goes back to Craig. I'd love to know if he did that on purpose. If he did, that's brilliantly technical skills there from a goalkeeper. But in any case, Bayern Bru will take with its luck or skill as David's through once again. David with another goal. And that's a poor pass there from Ash, unfortunately, looking to find a teammate in the middle of the pitch there. Don't think anybody gave Gareth a shout that David was coming through on there. And David chucked that away with glee after receiving that gift from the Bayern Bru players. 2-0 the scoreline now. Ivory Toast smashing on in this game, getting themselves 2 quick goals in this match. Ivory Toast looking to play it from the back as they look to press for a third here, as David's pass is intercepted. Well, the pass to David is intercepted. David's through once again. Can he get a third? Yes, he can. David completes the hat-trick. Fantastic way to finish that hat-trick there. Beats Paul here with just a turn of pace there. Paul can't get his footing quite right there. And then in the box, just rolls at the right foot and then plays with the left. And Craig in goals, beaten at his near post, unfortunately. But you have to say, the technical skill and the flair from David to finish that off, unbelievable stuff. 3-0 in this game, and Ivory Toast will be delighted. Bayern Bru look like they're unsure what's hit them so quick in this game as Kev comes through, and Kev with the shot. Oh, and that just trickled past the goal there, and it's safely played back to the goalkeeper there. Bayern Bru potentially with the chance to push forwards now as the path reaches Gareth. Gareth on the shot. Paul there with the save and makes sure that that ball doesn't roll through the legs as Kev's pass is intercepted there by Andrew, but it's intercepted by Liam. Can Liam score here? Yes, he does, and Liam gets a goal to his name in this match. The ball there from Andrew, he's lost possession there trying to get past Liam. He couldn't get the ball out of his feet there. Liam stood strong and then threw on goal, and the man who had a fantastic goal scoring season last season here at Fat Fives continues to impress with the goal scoring there, as it looks like a trip there on Ash, and the referee, I'm not sure, I think gives a free kick. Yep, we can see here gives a free kick, and Gareth there with the quick shot. Reminder that all free kicks are indirect here at Fat Fives, and Gareth there, unfortunate that his shot is met with the save of Paul, but Ivory Toast thankful of Paul's save there. Neil pushing forward now for Ivory Toast, looking to find a player, finds Kev on the opposite side. Kev with a shot just over the bar there. Looked like it might be heading to the top corner. Andrew with a lovely little turn there, and he's underway, but unfortunately unable to make anything from it. Bayern Bru now with the chance. Gareth there, ball to feet. Gareth with the shot, ball with the save, but the second chance here smashed over by Ash, unfortunately, and it is safely played back to the goalkeeper there. Andrew once again intercepting here for Bayern Bru, finds Ash in the middle of the pitch. Now can Ash get the ball away this time? Great save there by Paul. Andrew takes his time, takes the shot, and there is the goal for Bayern Bru there. They have been knocking at that Ivory Toast door for a number of times now, and Andrew there initially looked like Neil had come across and done a great block there, or a great opportunity to block there. Neil looking a bit bemused. I think he was just on the line. There might have been a case if that hadn't been a goal, there could have been a shout for technically in the box. It would have been absolutely tight as anything. But in either case, the goal went in, so it does not matter. As Roscoe comes forward now, Neil, great interception there. Has Kev there for support, finds Kev. Can Kev finish now? Oh, and a save there by Craig. Great save there by Craig. And unfortunately, Kev denied once again. Roscoe looking to play the ball through to Martin, does so. Martin now is the opportunity. Save there from Paul, and eventually the Ivory Toast players see it back to their goalkeeper. Things starting to get a bit lively here at both goals, although you have to say the Ivory Toast goal is getting a bit more shots at it, as Paul with another great save, and then eventually gets 2 hands on it there. Ivory Toast thankful of these incredible saves that Paul is pulling out. However, this is one of the key factors of Paul wanting to move to Ivory Toast, the opportunity to playing goals for them. And they'll be glad he is joined, as David now picks up a loose pass from the goalkeeper once again. And David has a fourth once again, punishing the mistakes there in the back line. The ball looked like it was played out to Leaps there. It was too quick for him. He couldn't get his feet on it, Leaps. And David there with a shot. Once again, powerful shot past Craig and goes, and Craig is stuck just watching the ball go past him there as the scoreline now reads 5-1, and David intercepting the ball once again straight after kickoff here. Can he get the shot away? Almost does, but it is blocked by the Bayern Bru player there. Neil coming through for Ivory toes, finds David. Can David get a fifth in this game? No, denied the fifth, and now a chance for Bayern Bru if Colin can find the pass up, and he does. Leaks with the shot. Unbelievable save there by Paul. Manages to deny it, leaps the goal, and also makes sure the ball lands at a teammate's feet as Ivory toes look to come forward once again through Neil. Neil now playing that ball, and the shot there from corner just not enough to get past the goalkeeper there, unfortunately. And they look to continue on here. And the ball's been picked up in the middle of the pitch now. Greg has the ball. Greg looking to take the shot, and it just goes wide, and Connor will look to go pick up that ball into the corner as we get into the last plays of action there. And Greg's shot just not enough power. I wonder though if there was a shout there to be in the box, though. Greg looks like he's hobbling a little bit there as the ball goes up into the Ivory Toast half. Bayern Bru have it with a shot, and it just hits the backboard and collected. Referee blows full time there. 5-1 the final score to Ivory Toast. Game number 6 of Fab 5 Football Week 2. Halfway through the highlights. O.B City versus Fatburn Rovers. O.B City in black, shooting left to right. Fatburn Rovers in green, shooting right to left. Fatburn Rovers just now having the ball in their half. Having to do a bit of defending here against O.B City. The ball's played through to Terry. Terry back to Tazzy, just trying to keep control of this, but they've lost it now. His line is intercepted through to Lewis, and Lewis there, it's gone in. I thought Jason originally had made the save. I thought we were going to see Jason picking it out from underneath him there. But he's gone in the back of net, and the opening goal to O.B City here, Lenny, great interception. Lewis letting that ball run across. You see there, it takes the neck under Jason and then just goes through the legs and in the back of the net, unfortunately for Jason. O.B City, though, making a huge impact on this game against the team sitting at the top of the league in Fatburn Rovers there. And once again, they're on the attack, coming forward into the O.B City half here. Just a little bit of action off camera as Lenny picks up the ball there, but it is saved from the feet of Jason there. Fatburn Rovers are going to come forward to John. John on the run. John with the shot. Brilliant goal there by John. And there is the equaliser. Picks up that ball off camera, cuts into the middle of the pitch with pace and power, and then hits it into the back of the net there to make it 1-1 in this match between the teams. So Fatburn Rovers getting themselves back into this game very, very quickly, and make sure that O.B City don't get too comfortable with that lead. John, a lovely bit of skill here. Can he do it again? Almost a carbon copy of his goal last week with a bit of juggling, and then the finish there. Almost, but not quite, missing the crucial finish there. John once again speeding away there with the ball at feet. He's going to shoot himself or find a teammate. Lovely little back heel there. Tackling there from Willie, and then eventually seen there. And there's a shout for a penalty call, and the referee has given the penalty, deeming that Willie is in the box. He touches the ball there. He touches it there. It's really hard to tell, actually. It might be also there. I'm not sure. It's really hard to tell from the camera here. The referee's pointed it though, and that is a decision on the pitch as Finlay steps up to take it. And Finlay puts it away, and there is some protest that Finlay's taken more than one step here. So let's have a look. Well, first off, the goalkeeper is moving before Finlay touches the ball. There's a little step there. In either case, both of these cancel each other out. If the goalkeeper moves and it's saved, it has to be retaken. Yada yada, all the rules, etc. They both cancel them out at the end of the day. They're both having an infringement. It continues on, and the goal stands. It's a good call from the referee there to let it stand. As O.B City look to hit back quickly, save there from Jason Maz. The ball at the edge of the box, and he's hit back quickly into this game. And O.B City are back into this at 2-2. You can tell they felt aggrieved from the penalty, but they have responded in the correct way here. And it is 2-2 in this game now. Jason with his head on his hands there, or his head in his hands rather than on his hands there. But unfortunately, it was just a good finish there from Matt, you have to say, in this match. So 2-2, tightly fought between these teams, as Willie makes two brilliant blocks there from Finlay, who eventually decides to pass it to teammate there. And the ball is cleared away by the goalkeeper as it bounces above the camera there. O.B City looking to come forward. It looks like it's been intercepted there though, as Finlay tries to get it all the way back to John. Oh, a bit unorthodox, but John does make it. But Brian there, and Brian almost taking advantage of an unorthodox pass there from Finlay to John there. I actually think the referee blew for in the box there against Brian anyway. So, but O.B City look to come forward as Brian's pass is intercepted though by Tazzy. Tazzy coming forward for Fatburn. Tazzy takes the shot. Tazzy gets the goal, and that puts Fatburn Rovers back into the lead in this game there. Unfortunately for Brian, that's a great interception there by Tazzy. He comes forward, just stroking the ball forward and just slots it into the bottom corner, and Stephen goes there. Cannot do anything there to stop the shot there. And that makes the scoreline 3-2 in this match now, as Tazzy once again takes the ball away, but this time from Lewis. Plays out to Timber. Timber to John. John with the shot. Fatburn Rovers there. 4-2 now leading in this game. They are looking comfortable now after a small spell of uncomfortability, you have to say, when O.B City were coming forward there. Great team play there. One touch passing, and John with the finish there as the reward for their great play there, and that makes the scoreline 4-2 now for Fatburn Rovers in this game. And once again, they're up in the O.B City half, but the ball eventually does get cleared out there as Lewis has the ball at his feet now, looking to play forward there. Brian looking for a player there, finds Stephen into the box. Stephen with the shot, and Stephen with the goal there, and that changes it now to 4-3. And we're down to a 1-goal lead here for Fatburn Rovers. Brian getting past that tackle from Finlay, playing it across to Stephen. Stephen taking it under control and slotting it past Jason there. And like I said, the lead now cut down to only 1 goal. So 4-3 now the score in this match. And it looks like Fatburn Rovers are going to be putting themselves under a bit of pressure towards the end of this game with this slender lead, as a shot from O.B City there just goes wide of the goal. John, though, on the counter is saved by Stevie, and John goes to pick up the ball once again in the O.B City half. Lewis there, lovely turn, looking to push on through, and the shot is saved there by the goalkeeper, twice now by the goalkeeper. Actually, that was Stephen, sorry, with the turn there, not Lewis, apologies there, as John there is tackled there from Willie, and the free kick is given. The ball plays through to Finlay. Finlay back to Timber. Timber, can he get the shot away? Good save there by Stevie to deny him. The score stays at 4-3 now. Fatburn Rovers with the ball in the middle of the pitch. Stephen now looking to find a teammate. Looks to play back to John. John's lost it though to Willie, but nothing comes of it from there now. O.B City looking to push forward. John, great tackle there, great interception there. Takes the ball. He's round 2 players there and cannot get the shot past the goalkeeper. Great goalkeeping there by Stevie to deny him there. And again, this 4-3 scoreline has not changed. Fatburn Rovers still the slender lead as John tries to win the ball there. Obviously going into the box himself there. Cannot play, but can now as the ball's away up the other end. Jason with the save against Lewis there. And that's great goalkeeping there from Jason to deny him there. O.B City with the ball, with the goalkeeper Stevie looking to play it out, finds Lewis once again. Lewis now on the run with a shot, and Jason once again with the save. And Fatburn Rovers will be grateful for their goalkeeper to keep it at the scoreline, at the slender lead, as well as O.B City as well. The saves that Stevie's made recently has kept Fatburn Rovers from pulling ahead. But we're now into the last bits of play here as Lewis takes a shot from distance but hits it high and over, and Terry will see that back to his goalkeeper, which he does. Jason picks up the ball and then throws it out to Stephen. And can Stephen conjure a last chance here for Fatburn Rovers? Let it go into the corner. There's different shouts here. O.B City, though, pick up the ball back to the goalkeeper, and the referee blows the whistle. 4-3, the final score here. Game number 7 sees Flaberdeen versus Parmesan Belgrade here at Week 2 Fat Fives football. Flaberdeen in blue, shooting from left to right. Parmesan Belgrade in white, shooting right to left. And apologies to the referee for interrupting his conversation with the players on the sideline there. We've got a game to play though, as Paddy takes the shot early on there, and it just goes wide of the goals there, unfortunately, for Paddy and Parmesan Belgrade. But they come forward once again. Chucky there battling with Jamie there just in front of the Flaberdeen goal, but unable to conjure anything from there. Jamie now coming forward, plays it through to Terry. Terry now has some company there, plays it through the Belly. Belly with a shot, now trickles into the back of the net. Flaberdeen don't care, they have hit first in this game. Terry sees Belly there in huge amount of space there. Didn't get the cleanest of hits there, but is placed perfectly. And because the amount of bodies that are in front of the goalkeeper there, which I think is shooting goals for Parmesan Belgrade, he's unable to see it early enough, I believe, and it rolls into the back of the net. Belly once again winning that ball off of Sean this time, and Terry this time taking the shot, but Stewart able to get behind the shot and to deny there. Flaberdeen just shooting wide of the goals, and Richard will look to try and charge it down, but it looks like Parmesan Belgrade have picked it up now. Change of possession. Chucky, ball at feet, looking to play it over to Graham. Graham, good control there, finds Paddy. Paddy takes the shot, and Paddy gets the goal. Initially doing a little bit of a dummy there, a bit of a stutter to try and put off Zach in goals there. We'll see here the ball comes to feet, and there's a little stutter there. It probably unsets Zach there as he got himself into position, and then Paddy pulls the trigger at the right time to get the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-1 in this match as Parmesan Belgrade get back into this game very quickly as Jamie comes through there, but Stephen with a big strong foot there able to dispossess, and the shot there hit with venom, but Zach, brilliant save there, strong hands, and that ball gets back out for Flaberdeen to get the chance, and Stewart makes a save on the opposite end. Both goalkeepers here looking strong as Richard wins the ball there for Flaberdeen from Paddy, looks to try and get the rebound off the board, and then Stephen just stands strong. Everybody just checking Richard's okay, but yes, no foul there as Stephen just stood his ground. There's a ball gets him as Martin plays it to Stephen. Stephen in front of goals. On the deftest of touches there from Stephen, gets the ball into the back of the net. Great 1-2 there between Stephen and Martin there, and it looked like almost as if Stephen had taken too heavy a touch and lost the ball there, but with the left foot there just gives it the little tiniest of touches and a little flick around the goalkeeper there, and it trundles into the back of the net to make it 2-1 to Parmesan Belgrade in this game, and they have got themselves into the lead after being behind early on in this match. But not for long as Barry smashed the ball past the goalkeeper there into the back of the net. Great restart there from the Flaberdeen players there. Barry on the run with pace and then just shoots it past the goalkeeper there, and the goalkeeper can't do anything to stop it from going past his near post there. So 2-2 now the scoreline in this match. Parmesan Belgrade quickly giving up the goal there to bring Flaberdeen back into this match as Paul collects that ball out of the sky, but unfortunately unable to make anything from that opportunity there. Paddy playing it all the way back to Lewis. Lewis with a shot there from distance, but Zach there with a strong foot clearing that away. And it looks like it's going to be picked up by Stephen for Parmesan Belgrade on the far side as he plays it back to Lewis. Lewis now with another shot from distance, and this time he does hit the back of the net. Brilliant shot there, hit with venom and power there. He takes that in, he's beyond the halfway line there, lines that balls up and smashes it there, and it goes perfectly into the back of the net there. There's questions about the defence, but to be honest, that's just a shot from distance there. I don't think anybody expected it to be hit there so cleanly there by Lewis, and it is in the back of the net now. Parmesan Belgrade back into the lead in this game. 3-2 the scoreline now as Sean looks to get away for Parmesan Belgrade up the pitch. He's got options there, but Lewis doesn't use them, and he tried to go round the goalkeeper on the edge of the box there, but unable to as Zach stands well in the edge of his box. Stephen there with some juggling coming forward for Parmesan Belgrade, and he hits the post. I think it was either a save from Zach's foot there or it's the post, but either way the ball has been denied the entry to the back of the goal there, and the scoreline remains 3-2 to Parmesan Belgrade. Still just one goal in this as Flaberdeen come forward now. Barry to Terry. Terry with a shot. Well, it's not 3-2 for long now. It is 3-3. Terry playing it through to Barry there. Barry there in space after it goes past Lewis, and then Terry. Sean comes across. Terry there tries to get the shot away. Does so actually rather than try, but he manages to get the shot away into the back of the net, and it is 3-3 in this match, and hands on heads there from the Parmesan Belgrade defence as they concede another goal in this match. Lewis has the ball off of the boards there. Now, is he looking for a player? Is he going to hit again? He looks to hit again, and Zach matches the shot again, and Paul sees it back to his goalkeeper. Plenty of goals here for both sides, plenty of action as Stewart makes the save once again for Parmesan Belgrade. Comes to the edge of the box and then clears the ball there, and Lewis's opportunity. Martin there as an option, looks to play through to Martin. Martin, a little bit of a heavy touch and then tries to get the shot away, but is unable. Great run there by Martin to give the option there for Lewis, but unfortunately unable to convert it there. Flaberdeen has the ball in their half, although Parmesan Belgrade picked up possession. Graham with a shot there, and Zach palms it away. Terry looks like he's going to be the one that wins that ball for Flaberdeen, and he does, but unfortunately nothing comes from that there. Martin collecting the ball for Parmesan Belgrade, looks to find Sean, but Sean has lost out to Terry, and now Barry's picked up the ball. Martin goes over to try and close him down there. Fortunately, can't see off the camera just now, but it looks like Barry's got it. Yeah, indeed, it's across the box, and Jamie then slots that ball away. Great pass there by Barry after taking the ball out from the corner. Finds Jamie on the opposite side there, and Jamie just slots that past the goalkeeper to put Flaberdeen in the lead. They have turned this game around after being behind very recently in this match. They were ahead at the start of the match, I have to say. So they have been ahead already. But Parmesan Belgrade, when they came back into the game and took the lead, it was Flaberdeen having to chase it from there, and they're back into the league. The lead once again. Flaberdeen turning the score line around. So 4-3 now to Flaberdeen as Jamie's made this run, but no one's looking there. Great run by Jamie up there into the Parmesan Belgrade half, but nothing said there as it looks like there's a substitution happening here. Belly's now on the pitch now as the game looks to restart as Zach hits it all the way up, and then eventually is collected by Chucky there, and the quick roll out to Stephen. Stephen look to come forward there. Oh, and Stephen's got the goal for Parmesan Belgrade. Quick restart there after the substitution. The ball went all the way up top, and then Stephen just smashes that, very similar to Lewis, although a bit of a closer distance, and it goes past Zach there. Belly trying to keep up with Stephen there, but unable to, and Parmesan Belgrade back into this game. 4-4 the score line now, and this game could go either way as the ball bobbles around and the header tries to clear it away there from Belly. It's now in the middle of the pitch. Belly's up against Paddy there and eventually sees it all the way through to Terry. Terry now has Paddy for company there. Then Paddy wins that ball for Parmesan Belgrade and looks to play it up the pitch, but it's cleared away. Terry with a header there to Jamie. Jamie now, will he take the shot? He does, and Jamie gets the goal there, and it's 5-4, and Flaberdeen put themselves back into the league there. Graham, you have to say, that was a good call to avoid the head clash there. Well done, Graham, avoiding that unnecessary injury there as Terry goes in for the header. And unfortunately for Graham and Parmesan Belgrade, whilst it's a good safety choice, it has cost them the goal, unfortunately. But there's still time for Parmesan Belgrade to get back into this game. It is only 5-4 in this match as Belly looks to play Richard, and the save there from Chucky. Second from Belly. It's in the back of the net, but the referee says that it's in the box there, and so the goal does not count. Unfortunately, we're unable to see much in the camera because of bodies in the way between the line of sight of the camera and the shot there. If Flaberdeen continue to go forward now as the ball is played through to Belly there. He's in the corner, unfortunately, just out of camera sight there, as he looks to try and bring it out the box, and he does, and there's a shout for being in the box there, and the referee is giving it. So you can see there, it's bounced. That's really difficult for us to actually tell from that. Yeah, we'll have to go with the referee on this one. We can't really see much from it. It's in the air, and it's hard to see where the line is there, but we'll go with referee's decision, and Bailey slots the penalty away there, putting Flaberdeen 6-4 in the lead of this game. Great penalty there from Bailey there. Makes the keeper go the wrong way, and Flaberdeen now have a 2-goal lead, and Stephen there shooting from the kickoff there. This game has been end-to-end stuff, you have to say. Plenty of action points here in the highlights as Paddy looks to play it to Lewis. Lewis on the halfway line. Lewis takes a shot. Save there from Zach, and then the second ball there. Barry plays it back to the goalkeeper, and he manages to grab a hold of it there. Not much time left now as we're into the last bits of play in this game as Paddy finds Stewart. Stewart looking to play it through, but it's been intercepted. Paul now receives it from Belly. Paul looking to find a teammate, or is he looking to just hold possession? I think the choice there is to hold possession as it goes all the way back to goalkeeper. Full time here, 6-4 the final score. Game number 8, week 2, season 9 Fat 5 football sees Rapid Viennetta versus Scrandinavia. Rapid Viennetta in orange and Scrandinavia in red. Rapid Viennetta shooting left to right, Scrandinavia shooting right to left. Both these teams having good results already this week. Rapid Viennetta getting a draw against a very strong Fatburn Rovers, and Scrandinavia getting the last minute winner against Flaberdeen as Rapid look to come forward, and through Aidan they get the opening goal in this match. Brilliant start here from Rapid Viennetta. Dial wins the ball there against Thomas, and then Aidan there with a little bit of distance there managed to find the ball space past Ian in goals there to get the opening goal in this match. So 1-0 to Rapid Viennetta in this game, and they will be delighted to be the team that strikes first. As said earlier in the Scrandinavia game against Flaberdeen. This is the strong Scrandinavia team this week, although they are missing Wayne in goals. But Chris and Champers on the pitch, so you would expect plenty of goals. So Rapid Viennetta happy to get the early goal there as Thomas's shot straight at the goalkeeper there to deny an equaliser. Scrandinavia battling away with Rapid in the corner. They'll win that ball. And it's Scrandinavia that are coming away with it now. Matthew has the ball at feet, looks to find Chris. Chris on the run. Chris looking to get the shot away, uses the board, finds Champers. Champers with the volley. And there is the equaliser for Scrandinavia. Great creative use there from Chris there. He's into the corner there. He's fairly into the corner, they have to say. He's not shoved into there or trapped in there. Uses the board to his advantage, and then Champers is the first one to respond there. And Scrandinavia get the equaliser there. Rapid now have to look to respond quickly in this game, and they look to try and do it, but it is hit wide there as the ball's released quickly and Scrandinavia away. Chris going forward now. Chris with a shot. Great save there by James in goals, and it goes all the way through to the Scrandinavia half there. Rapid coming forward now. Aiden looking to find Cal. Cal back to Aiden, and the save there from Ian in goals. Great goalkeeping there from Ian to deny Aiden the chance. There's Champers, lovely little touch on the turn there. Champers looks to play to Chris, and there is the second goal there for Scrandinavia. And you have to say that's a lovely little flick there by Champers to get that ball spinning away from James there, and then he sees Chris in space there, and Chris with the calm and placed finish there. You have to say he's done well just to open the body up and just place that ball into the back of the net there, and that makes it 2-1 in this match as the ball goes all the way through to Ian there. Scandinavia looking to get the ball under control in their half. Champers through to Chris. Chris back to Champers. He makes it all the way through. I just cannot get the connection on the ball to get the shot away there. And it's released quickly out to James. James to Aiden. Aiden back to James. Back to Aiden. Can Aiden get the shot here? Good defending there from Chris. Got himself in the way of the striker there. And the ball rolls through to the goalkeeper as the ball is quickly released to Champers. Champers now in the middle of the pitch. Gets through a couple of players. Through on goal. And slots it away. And that is prime Champers there. Brilliant finish there. Through the running of a couple of players there. Gets into that space in front of the goals there, and then just slots it past the goalkeeper, and that makes it 3-1 in this match as Scandinavia look like they're about to take total control of this game once again. Rapid looking to come forward now as the ball switched from Aiden to Cal, and Cal tries to get it past Matthew and up the pitch there. Rapid Viennetta though finding some space in the Scandinavia half, but the shot is closed down there and it goes wide. Christian for Scandinavia coming forward, but Champers, unlike him there, unable to react quick enough to the pass, and Rapid Viennetta now have an opportunity to counter, although they have slowed it down a bit here. Lewis in goals looks to get it away, far the long shot up, and it goes straight through to the goalkeeper, and you have to say that's maybe an opportunity wasted there. Ian though rolls it out quickly to Chris on the far side. Cal tries to cover with him, and Chris with a shot from distance, and it's in the back of the net for a fourth goal here for Scandinavia. Brilliant release there by Ian to find Chris there on the far side, and then Chris, wonderful turn with a powerful shot there as it slots into the far corner of the net there. And Scandinavia now building up a lead, 3 goals ahead now in this game, and that 1-0 lead for Rapid at the start of this game seems like a distant memory for those Rapid Viennetta players there. Scandinavia looking to come out once again. Adam getting away past Jack there, and the ball from Barry lovely through to Adam, and Lewis there with the save, unfortunately for Adam. And the back pass there from Jack almost going into the goals there. Lewis had to be on his toes to get a little touch away there. Chris finding Thomas now. Thomas through on goal, and the shot's just wide. Now Barry with the opportunity, but unfortunately just straight at the goalkeeper there for Barry. And it stays at 4-1 in this match. Graham tried to be clever there and play the ball through, but Barry's away from Graham. Almost passed through Cal, and the save there from Cal against Thomas. Barry having an opportunity, but Niall comes in and makes the tackle and shows some defensive skill there. Thomas there with the shot. Those complaints there from Adam that he could have been played down, and Rapid Viennetta taking advantage now, but Thomas picks up the ball. Barry tries to get past Graham. Looks like he's got past him though, and now looking for support and some teammates there. Still has the ball at his feet, still hasn't lost it there. Looking to try and find a teammate. Finds Chris though. Chris, the first time hit, and the goal there from Chris gets the 5th goal for Scrandinavia. Fantastic work by Barry, I have to say. Held that ball up fantastically for Chris to make that run, and on the first time hit for him there That is the 5th goal for Scrandinavia, and they are looking dominant in this match. Rapid Viennetta look like they've been overrun by Champers and Christ in this game, unfortunately, and it will hamper a bit of their spirits after getting that joyous first game draw against Fatburn Rovers. Although Rapid Vienna are still going here, they're up into the Scrandinavia half. There's a shout from Graham there. Aidan eventually finds all the way through to Graham, and a goal is there from Graham there. I think the chance thought it might have disappeared there as Aidan picks up the ball there. I think that pass initially was supposed to be for Graham. Eventually does make it through to him, and he hits it first time and into the bottom corner, and Ian can't get down low enough to get any limb across there to make the save. So 5-2 now, the deficit here cut a little bit by the goal, but it's still a 3-goal difference in this match, and it's still a high hill for Rapid Viennetta to climb to get back into this game. There's still that bit of time, although they'll need to get moving forward, and they are with Jack now. Jack looking to play it through to James, but the ball goes all the way through, and Barry will collect that. Obviously being intercepted by Aidan. Aidan to James. Can James pick out a player? Picks it Jack, and there's a goal for Rapid Viennetta to make it 5-3 now. Brilliant play there by Aidan to intercept that pass from Barry back to his goalkeeper there. James picks out Jack there, and then Jack, in a great position for goals there, takes full advantage and places the shot in the back of the net. And Rapid Viennetta now have cut this lead down to 2 goals now, so it could be a bit of a worry time for Scrandinavia. If they concede one more, it's definitely going to be squeaky bum time for them, but there's still 2 goals to the good in this game. Rapid Viennetta though looking like they can smell a little bit of blood here as look to get forward. Aidan, Graham's made the opportunity there for him, and can he find him? Unfortunately Adam's intercepted, and can Adam kill it off here? Great save there by Lewis. Champers with a chance, and Champers just shoots wide as well. And Rapid Viennetta can't counter from that situation as Jack's coming forward now into the dying moments of the game now, but the shot goes straight through to Ian and goes there. Ian rolls out of the Champers. Champers with another little turn, looks to try and get past Graham, but Graham with the block there. Aidan picks up the ball. There is an opportunity here with Jack. Jack on the far side. Jack can get past Adam. He shoots it just high, and the referee blows for full time. 5-3 to Scandinavia. Game number 9 sees O.B City versus Scrandinavia. O.B City in black shooting left to right. Scrandinavia in red shooting right to left. Early on here, Scrandinavia with the chances, but unfortunately unable to convert it into a goal here. So Scrandinavia, who have got 2 out of 2 on a resurgence this week after last week's result, looking to make it a clean sweep of wins here. But O.B City will be looking to stop them as Champers comes through, and they're unable to stop Champers getting the opening goal in this match. Chris with the ball and time and space, I have to say, across the other side of the pitch there. But I tried to get the block in there, but unable to. And Champers, as the ball bobbles up into the air, with a great volley there into the back of the net to give the opening goal in this match, and makes it 1-0 to Scrandinavia in this game early on. Adam coming across and smashing that ball almost against the camera there. Brian picking up though for O.B, and it just goes wide of the goals there. Brian with a really clever flick there, but unfortunately just cannot hit the target there. Stephen intercepts the pass there from Adam, and now pushing forward has Lewis on the far side. His options, uses them, and Lewis converts the pass into the goal there. Brilliant hit from Lewis. Stephen making that interception there. Adam trying to win the ball back there, but Lewis in acres of space, nobody closing him down, and then Lewis just hits it into the back of the net with a lovely left foot there. 1-1 in this game now. O.B City back into it very quickly after conceding, but they're coming forward once again as Champers. They are on the edge of the box but unable to create anything from it. They are Scandinavia being pinned back into their half, looking to come forward now and eventually do, and the save against Chris's shot there. Good save there from Stevie in goals for O.B City. The ball almost in the middle of the pitch there for Matthew, but now Stevens coming forward for O.B City, plays it across to Brian. Brian back to Stephen. Stephen with a hit, and it's just wide of the goal there, unfortunately, there for Stephen. And then once again, Stephen linking up there with Brian there, and Stephen's in the middle of the pitch now. Now what will he do? They shoot, or will he use his teammate? Looks to get the turn in the shot, and gets the goal this time Clever little turn there in front of Thomas. Thomas and Chris as well, actually. He's got two defenders there as he gives them both a bit of the dummy. It's Thomas that follows him, and then it's through the legs of Barry in goals, unfortunately, for Scrandinavia and Barry. And O.B City have turned this game around and put themselves into the driving seat 2-1 now with that 1-goal lead as Lenny looked to come forward there, but Matthew wins the ball, plays it to Chris, but unfortunately nothing comes from it there. Chris with the ball at feet, looks to get away from Willie, does so, takes the shot, and the save there from the goalkeeper to deny him. Thomas there with the shot, but it goes high over, and Champers then on the second ball there, puts it away. Almost missed that there for a split second. So Thomas takes a shot here, hits it high and over, and as it bounces back, as soon as it comes back, Champers there with the half volley, and then puts it into the back of the net there, and it is 2-2 in this game now. Scandinavia back in to make it level here as the shot just goes wide from O.B, and then the follow-up there from Lewis just going wide of the goals, and eventually it lands into the hands of Barry in goals there. Stevie looking to play it out for O.B, out to the feet of Lewis. Lewis now looking to play the pass and gets the 1-2 back, and the shot there is blocked by the Scandinavian defenders and denies Lewis the chance to put O.B City back in front. Champers now with the half volleys. It just goes over, and O.B City looking to come forward now. Lewis hits from distance, but Barry gets a strong foot on it and denies it there. End-to-end stuff in this match. Both teams trying to hit on the counter as Adam looks to come forward for Scandinavia, looks to get past Brian, using the wall to his advantage. Adam with a flick there, and it is saved by Stevie, and Brian will pick that up for O.B City and now push forward. Brian on the run. Brian continuing to go forward. Past defender. Oh, what a finish there for Brian. That is unbelievable stuff there. As Lewis there in the corner with his hands on his head. Cannot believe that. Unbelievable goal there. Runs the whole length of the pitch. Past defenders. Holds off the tackle there from Chris, and then slots it in the back of the net. And O.B City have got the lead in this game with that wonderful goal there from Brian. And it is now 3-2 in this match. And Scandinavia looking to come straight away from the kickoff there. Champers holding off the tackle there as he looks to get the shot away, but it is closed down there by Lenny. Chris has the chance into the box, and Stevie in goals gets his hands on it there. This has been incredible stuff in this game. Seen some brilliant goals, especially that Brian goal. Unbelievable run there for him. And on the far side now, Adam has the ball, looks to play it into Chris. Chris now, with a little bit of room here, looks to squeeze past everybody. Champers with a shot, and Scandinavia back in it there. Brilliant run there by Chris, going past several defenders. First off Brian, then gets past Lenny there. Lewis almost in the frame of things there, and Champers there with a wee bit of space, but manages to still get a great connection on the ball there and to slot it in the back of the net to make it 3-3 now in this game. These teams will not lie down in this match. Both of them going after it like a dog after a bone, as Champers is denied there from Stevie once again. But Scandinavia continue to hold on to the ball now as the ball's played through to Adam. Adam's denied now. And can O.B City get away through here with Lewis? Lewis with the ball. Lovely little footwork there. Plays it to Brian. Brian takes it into the Scandinavia half corner and looks to come out with it. Plays it back to Willie. Willie closed down there by Adam. Champers is first on the interception though. Champers to Adam. Adam takes the shot. Adam gets the fourth goal for Scandinavia in this game. Honestly, unstoppable stuff here in this match going into the end. Could barely breathe in this commentary. But Adam's shot there, you could see the fish bump almost for a moment there. He thought he wasn't going to get the goal, and then it went through the legs of the goalkeeper for O.B Stevie there, and it's in the back of the net. He's delighted with that, and so will Scandinavia, and O.B City will have to start all over again to get themselves back into this game now, back into a position where they're trailing a goal behind Scandinavia. Chris receives the ball from Matthew. Chris plays it to Ian there. Ian tries to get the shot away, but it is closed down there. O.B City looking to counter here as the ball's quickly kicked out from their box. Stephen looked to play in Brian. Brian looks to play in Lenny. Lenny with a shot. It's a good connection, but it's straight at Barry in goals there. And it's not going to be the goal that they were looking for there. O.B City pick up in the middle of the pitch now as Lenny looks to come forward, finds Brian. Brian has to take it across and switch it over with a shot there, and it is just gone wide of the goals there. And we are into the final moments of this match. You can tell these players are knackered, hands on hips here as Chris goes forward with Matthew. Chris tries to cut into the middle of the pitch, looks to try and get the run around Willie there. It looks like the ball in the corner. It looks like as if it's been held there for a little bit, so there must be some defender from O.B. Ian has the ball, looks to play it back to Adam. There's the whistle, final whistle, 4-3 to Scrandinavia is the score. Game number 10 sees Rapid Viennetta versus Parmesan Belgrade. Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting from left to right, and Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting from right to left. Both these teams had a really bad end of season last season, and they'll be hoping to push on this season. So this could be a crucial game between these two. As Rapid Viennetta early on there with the chance, but Sean makes the save in goals there for Parmesan Belgrade. So Parmesan Belgrade looking to play it from the back now as these substitutions come on. The roll out to Stephen. Stephen then gets a little turn away there from Aidan. The shot and the save there from James in goal. Now the counter's on for Rapid. Graham plays it to Aidan. Aidan now got his head up there looking to find a player. Goes all the way through to Cal. Cal the shot and the save there from Sean. Brilliant goalkeeping there from Sean to deny it there as Parmesan go forward with Paddy, and Paddy's shot just goes wide of the goal there. Lewis will look to pick up on the opposite side of the pitch there, and there's shouts for the pass there as Lewis takes the shot though, and he gets the opening goal in this match. No need for the support there. There was shouts to let him know that there was players into space there to support. He didn't need it. Took the shot on himself, hits off the bottom of the far post and goes into the back of the net. And there we have the opening goal of this game. 1-0 now to Parmesan Belgrade, and they take advantage at the start of this game here as Parmesan Belgrade back up into the Rapid Viennetta half, but Cal intercepts there but doesn't get it quite away there as Chucky gets the opportunity, and good goalkeeping there from James. But now Rapid Viennetta going forward, the shot there, it's blocked by Stephen to deny Jack. It looked like it might be heading to the bottom corner. Ball in the corner though as it comes across, and Lewis with the shot, and Lewis with the goal there. Brilliant credit to Rapid Viennetta for getting that ball out of that corner there and getting it to Lewis in the middle of the pitch there, and Lewis is able to convert the shot there into the goal and gets Rapid Viennetta back into this game. 1-1 the scoreline now as Stephen looks to come forward on the counter for Parmesan Belgrade. He gets it into the corner there and the ball comes across, and the opportunity there just could not be converted by the Parmesan players there. Rapid Vienna look to come forward, but Lewis closing it down there for Parmesan. Plays it into the middle to Chucky. Chucky now, will they get the shot away? Looks to play Stephen. And there's the Rapid Viennetta player to get it back to the goalkeeper, but it's not out the Rapid Vienna half. And James there, almost the ball over the line there. Almost would have been an own goal, but managed to collect the ball from stopping over the line there. So 1-1 it remains in this game. Rapid Viennetta have the ball in their half, looking to play it long. Great pass there by Cal to find Jack. Jack tries to get past Lewis, but unable to. Lewis on the run. Lewis with the shot. Lewis with the goal. Brilliant smash of the ball there into the bottom corner there. Lewis won that ball well away from Jack there. Aidan tries to get back, but Lewis has the pace and then hits it first time and gets it into that bottom corner. Outstanding goal there from Lewis. Great tenacity and pace shown there to get to the ball first there, and a great finish with the left foot. So 2-1 now for Parmesan Belgrade, back into the lead once again, but it's only a slender lead at this point. Jack has a ball at the feet for Rapid Viennetta. Paddy there looking to close him down. Jack takes it right into the corner there though. Unfortunately, we're not unable to see the action there, but plays it all the way back to Lewis. Lewis takes a strike from distance and gets it in the back of the net. Brilliant finish there from Lewis. The ball comes straight out from the corner there. Just everybody's back, defending for Parmesan Belgrade or attacking for Rapid. And he goes and hits it from distance and slots it into that bottom corner past Sean in goals. And it's 2-2 in the match now, bringing the teams back to equal level as Parmesan Belgrade have a chance there straight from the kickoff. And Paddy takes that chance there and gets the third for Parmesan Belgrade. After the quick reply from Rapid Viennetta, Parmesan Belgrade have gone up the pitch and have put themselves back in front again. The ball bouncing off the backboard, and Paddy there with a great finish there into the back of the net to put them in the lead in this game. Once again, it is only a slender lead like before by 1 goal, so it is in jeopardy as the shot just goes wide there from Harry as Parmesan Belgrade look to try and build themselves a more comfortable lead. Some good battling across the other side of the pitch there, and Graham eventually has the ball for Rapid. Now it's to Jack the shot, and he's just dragged that wide, unfortunately. But Rapid still have it in possession through Aidan to Graham, and Graham gets the goal there, and Rapid Viennetta once again instantly replying back to Parmesan Belgrade. Every time Parmesan Belgrade are getting into front, Rapid Viennetta are coming straight back at them there. Great finish there, great work from Aidan on the opposite side of the pitch there, and a good finish there from Graham to make it 3-3 in this match. Parmesan Belgrade getting the ball up the pitch here, trying to hit back instantly as well, but unable to get a goal from that chance there. So 3-3 in this game now, end-to-end stuff here as there's battling on the opposite side of the pitch there. And Rapid Viennetta breakaway now. Aidan's coming forward. Now they've stopped. Parmesan Belgrade have stopped now. And the ball is easily going to get the goal. It's saved there by Sean. It comes back to Rapid. Still nobody going for it. And there's the goal from Aidan. Unexplainable stuff there from Parmesan Belgrade. Now, afterwards, finding out about it, Parmesan Belgrade claimed they shouted sub beforehand. And that's why the players have stood still. And they thought that there was going to be a substitution happen. But the referee has not blown the whistle. And it's not been heard. And so the goal stands at 4-3 to Rapid Viennetta. Parmesan Belgrade will be frustrated with it, but the rule is if the referee doesn't hear the sub, the game continues on. He can't stop the game unless the referee blows for the sub. So unfortunately for Parmesan Belgrade, they are now behind in this, and it's kind of their own doing a little bit. As the shot there goes into the back of the net, and Aidan puts it in the back of the net. And it's going from bad to worse from Parmesan Belgrade. You think that substitution scenario, I think, has really gotten in their heads and has really played for them here. And you can see the frustration on their faces here. Rapid Viennetta will be delighted and taking full advantage of the situation and got themselves 2 goals ahead in this game. So full credit to Rapid Viennetta for continuing to push on in this and not be distracted by it. But Parmesan Belgrade need to get a minute to get themselves together in this game as an opportunity there for Jack goes begging there. The ball is up in the Rapid Viennetta half now, and James will collect that ball and look to restart for his team. They'll be looking to slow things down with his 2-goal lead, just looking to take control as Lewis comes across the battle with Jack, and Lewis is away with it, and Lewis with the shot again. Oh, and he's done it again. It's almost a copy of his goal beforehand. You can see the celebration there from Lewis. Absolutely blood and thunder from him there. Hits that ball with the left foot. Brilliant hit there and into the bottom corner. And that brings his team back into this with only a 1-goal difference. Could that be the spark that rejuvenizes Parmesan Belgrade in this game? Or will Rapid Viennetta still have the final say on this? James instructing his players to move forward. Needs to get a move on. There is some complaints there, but did do it within the allocation time there. And the shot from Graham is saved, and the ball's gone over, and now Aidan with another chance. Aidan's still there. Aidan, can he get away? He does! And he was left with absolutely mountains of time there. 2 Parmesan Belgrade players just looking at him there. Nobody challenging there. Left for the goalkeeper, and then Aidan slots it past there. And that's 6-4 to Rapid Viennetta in this game. You have to remember it's the last game of the night for these teams. These guys will be tired, but it's something of their making there for Parmesan Belgrade there. They've left them with so much time. As Stewart picks up the ball, and then we're into the final play here. Can Parmesan Belgrade get a goal here? Will Rapid Viennetta see this off at the current scoreline? Stewart's in the corner, uses the backboard, and it comes all the way through. Referee blows for full time, and it is 6-4 in the end. Game number 11 sees Flaberdeen versus Ivory Toast. Flaberdeen in blue, shooting from left to right, and Ivory Toast in yellow, shooting from right to left. Early on here, Ivory Toast having to defend their half of the pitch as Flaberdeen look to push forward, but are able to get it safely back into the goalkeeper's hands there. Long ball all the way up. Terry intercepts. Paul will collect. Back to Terry. Terry, middle of the pitch, through to Richard. Richard now. Nice little turn there. Finds Terry. Will Terry hit it? Yes, he does. And there's the opening goal there. Seconds after kickoff in this match. Lovely bit of team play here from Flaberdeen. Almost one-touch stuff. Not quite one-touch stuff, but brilliant touch control passing going on here from Flaberdeen. And they just cut open Ivory Toast there with that pass in there. And they get the opening goal as a reward. So 1-0 now with Terry getting that opening goal for Flaberdeen. Will they be able to hold on to the lead for a while in this game? Will they be able to build upon it? We'll find out as the ball comes through to Paul. Oh, and that's a brilliant save there from Paul in goals for Ivory Toast. It was Paul T, captain for Flaberdeen, with the shot there. And again, we have a situation of same names on different teams, but we will make do as David comes through with the shot. Fine save there from Zach. Strong leg out to stop that ball going into his bottom corner there. And it remains 1-0 in this match as Liam comes forward for Ivory Toast, running past a couple of players. Belly there picks up the ball through to Barry. Barry now. And Kev now intercepted. Kev's away with the ball. It's 3-on-1 here. Barry's trying to get back. And Kev gets the ball in the back of the net there as Barry tried to make up for losing the ball there, rushing back. Kev coming forward, had Jamie in front, had options either side, elected to choose none of them, and then head it into the back of the net. You have to say, it's good for Kev that he got it in the back of the net, because both those Ivory Toast players would have been raging if it had been saved, considering the options that he had there. But it went in the back of the net and it counted. So it's 1-1 in this game now, as it looks like the ball is up. And there's the shot there from Kev straight at the goalkeeper there. I was going to say, it looks like as if the ball's going to be collected by Flaberdeen, but it hadn't. And now Flaberdeen on the attack now. Bailey just hitting high there. Barry with the second ball. And Barry does convert for the second goal for Flaberdeen in this match. The ball there hit from distance, bounces off the back there, and then Barry gets on the second ball there and slots it past Paul and goals to make it 2-1 Flaberdeen in this match. They've managed to get themselves in front once again, and Ivory Toast find themselves kicking off again in this match. Bit of a false kick-off there, but eventually it's taken properly, and Ivory Toast look to push forward to try and find an equaliser. Kev now with the shot, and it is blocked there, but Liam's collected into the middle of the pitch, the ball bobbling around, but Belly has it, looks to play it through to Terry. Terry with the shot, great save there, and it's bounced all the way through to Kev. Can Kev get the shot? Well, he does! And it's the second goal there for Ivory Toast that brings them back into the level of this game. Brilliant header there by David. You think he's just trying to get actually a touch on that more than anything. But that's a fantastic. You can see the fist bump from David in the corner there. You can tell he knew that when he turned around and saw where his header landed, that he was optimistic there to make sure that they were going to get the goal, and he's delighted. It's 2-2 in this match. Mere seconds were Flaberdeen in the lead when Ivory Toast came back into it. Liam now with the ball, switching it across to find Buther. Buther with a shot. Save there from Zach in goals. The ball's actually landed with Belly all the way up in the Ivory Toast half, but he's lost it to Neil. And now Neil's coming forward. Neil continues unchallenged. Neil the shot. Neil with the goal, and Ivory Toast are in the lead. Brilliant run here by Neil. Picked up in his own half. A bit of a dummy there against Barry as he changes direction, continues forward, and hits a powerful shot there past Zach in goals. And that makes it 3-2 in this match to Ivory Toast, who have turned it around after being behind twice. They have replied in quick successions in order to get themselves in front in this game. 3-2 the score line. Ivory Toast 1 goal ahead as Terry plays it through to Barry. Can Barry equal this up? No, he can't. It's a great save there by Paul and goals as Neil has the ball and takes a shot from distance. Oh my word, that would have been goal this season already if that had gone in. Brilliant take there by Neil, but it's just gone wide. Fantastic dive there from Zach, actually. He'll love seeing that on the camera in these highlights later on. But as Barry's got the ball, plays it through to Terry. Terry with a shot, the save there from Paul, and then Neil eventually sees it back through to his goalkeeper there. So Flaberdeen unable to get another goal there as Ivory Toast play it out from the back all the way across to Buther, finds David. David in the middle, plays to Liam. Liam cuts inside. Can Liam get the shot away? Saved there. David on the second, and Ivory Toast get their fourth goal there, and that's a bit unfortunate for Flaberdeen, you have to say. The defending was good here. The save there from Zag, and cruelly for them, it just landed at the feet of David. But credit to David for putting that in the back of the net. Could have easily hit that straight at Zach and caused the save, or hit it wide, but did neither and got it into the back of the net. And Ivory Toast reap the rewards and find themselves 2 goals ahead in this match. Zach throws it out long, trying to find Jamie up there. It does manage to stay out of the goalkeeper's box, so Flaberdeen will pick this ball up, and a little bit of trickery there, but it's not worked out there for them. But Ivory Toast coming forward now, and Liam puts the ball in the back of the net there. A quick rollout from Paul Ingalls, and Liam reacts the quickest to it. Nice bit of pace here, and then eventually he gets the shot away and past Zach, and Ivory Toast have put more pressure onto Flaberdeen now and created a 3-goal cushion for themselves in this match. They are fully in the driving seat of this match now, and we'll just be looking to see the game out. Flaberdeen have a bit of a hill to climb here. There's still a bit of time in the game, but this is not boding well as Ivory Toast come forward once again, as David almost on the end of that pass in front of goal, and that would have been good night Vienna for Flaberdeen in this match here. As the ball is intercepted, as Neil comes forward for Ivory Toast. Now, can he put it away? Oh, incredible there. I think it's a save and post combination there from Zach to deny Neil there. And unbelievably, the score remains at 5-2 in this game. JB there with the hit, tries to clear that ball away, and David gets to it first, and Belly's unable to take advantage of that clearance there. And there's a Pearson ball to the middle there to find Neil. Neil in front of the goal, and this time Neil does do it in a fantastic position in front of the goals there. Great pass there by David. You wonder if a bit of tiredness is coming in there. That ball's allowed to go all the way through to Neil, and then Neil just puts it in the back of the net there with controlled power, I think is the best way to describe that one, rather than blasting it. But it still makes it into the back of the net there. And it's 6-2 to Ivory Toast, as Zach here trying to make some saves there, but it's deemed that Kev was in the box there. Ivory Toast coming forward once again. Liam plays it through to Kev, can get finished. Great save there for Zach, and picks it up with both his hands there. Now Flaberdeen are away. Can they get a consolation goal here? Belly in front of the goal. Belly with the shot. Belly with the goal there. Won't change the outcome of the match, but it is a goal to add to his tally and reduces the goal difference here, which could be also important at the end of the season there. Paul unlucky to get into on it. And it looks like that is the final bit of play there. As the referee blows for full time, 6-3 to Ivory Toast. Final game, Fat Fives, Week 2, Season 9, sees Bayern Bru versus Fatburn Rovers. Bayern Bru in purple shooting left to right, and Fatburn Rovers in green shooting right to left. Just a little bit of a heads up with this. We are missing our final goal of this game due to a camera technical fault, so apologies in advance. However, you will see the rest of the game, and so we're going to bring you the majority of the game with these highlights, but apologies again as we do lose the final goal of the game. Bayern Bru coming forward now. Gareth there with the ball at feet, looking to make a little bit of space. Terry there, some great hounding of the ball there, and the opening goal there from Gareth, shot from distance. Jason standing there, unable to do anything, just watches that ball hit the back of his net there. It looks like as if Gareth is going to play the ball there, but actually, if you look, there is very little options apart from Paul there, and there was a massive gap there that he's shot into there. So Bayern Bru get the opening goal in this match. Brilliant strike there from Gareth, brilliant decision making to take the shot on there, and the finish to match the quality of the decision making. They are 1-0 in this game as Bayern Bru come forward, but the ball's lost. Timber with a shot, Finlay on the second, and Fatburn Rovers are right back into this game there. It looked like some indecision happening there in the Bayern Bru defensive line there. Timber's shot goes high and bounces off the backboard, and Finlay takes full advantage of the ball coming back. Unfortunately for Craig there, as he got down to make the save, he can't get up quick enough to stop Finlay there, and Fatburn Rovers are back into this as Gareth is up into the Fatburn Rovers half, has the ball at feet, lovely footwork here in front of the camera, cuts inside. Is he going to play the pass over the ball? Takes the shot and just goes wide there, and Fatburn Rovers will breathe a sigh of relief that Gareth hasn't got a second goal to his name in this match. Once again, Gareth up against Terry, gets away and takes the shot. Good save there from Jason, and Finlay will collect the ball and look to get stuff started again. Bayern Bru playing it from the goalkeeper all the way though through to Jason. Bit of a waste there as Timber collects the ball. Timber now drives into the middle of the pitch, takes the shot, and it's wide of the goal there, unfortunately. Bayern Bru once again restarting from the goalkeeper. Andrew now collecting the ball, looks to push forward himself, continues to go forward, takes the shot, and the save there from Jason's feet. Incredible stuff there. It looks like he might have been distracted or just sent the wrong way when the ball came in, and his feet were the ones that provided the block as Andrew comes forward for Bayern Bru. Andrew takes a shot. Jason gets down this time, reads the shot well and gets the strong hand out. And it remains at 1-0 in this match. Quick rollout for Bayern Bru as Fatburn Rovers were denied there the opportunity. And the shot there off the post from Andrew. Unbelievable stuff there. Bayern Bru really taking the game to Fatburn Rovers. They look like slightly more the team that are going to be scoring next. But Fatburn Rovers still not out of this match as Andrew takes another shot there and it just goes wide of the goal there. Absolutely unlucky here for Bayern Bru, the better chances that they had. And then Ash's shot there. Great take, but just couldn't keep it down there as Fatburn Rovers get things started again. But the ball ends up right back into the hands of Jason. Now he's looking for the quick rollout here to John, but Roscoe's read that well and is all over that pass. Now it is in the corner. We cannot see what's happening just now, but it's rolled safely back to the Bayern Bru goalkeeper there. So they look to restart. It's intercepted though by Timber. Finlay to Timber, but it's bounced through to Ash. Ash takes the shot and Ash gets the goal here, and that is 2-1 Bayern Bru in this match. That ball bobbled around for a little bit, but then it broke free and into the path on the on-rushing Ash there, and he doesn't make any mistakes in slotting that away past Jason to give his team the lead. A slender 1-goal lead, but they are back into the lead nonetheless in this match. So 2-1 Bayern Bru as Fatburn Rovers look to come back into this, but frustration there as they just go wide with that shot there, and Bayern Bru will look to cool things down. Reminder, this is our last game of the evening and the highlights, but last game for these guys, and so things will slow down as John picks up on the mistake there. A great save by Craig, but John has it again. John looks to play it back to Finlay. Finlay with a shot, and it rolls into the corner, and Finlay with a second goal for himself and also for Fatburn Rovers in this game. The scoreline now sitting at 2-2 there. You see Craig already down on the ground for the first shot. Cannot get himself positioned right for the follow-up shot from Finlay there. And unfortunately, it just goes into the back of the net for Craig and Bayern Bru. But for Fatburn Rovers, they will be delighted to be back into this game once again as Ash looks to come forward there, but it's stopped by John. And then Andrew, he's lost the ball, he's not got it under control, and John takes advantage, and John puts Fatburn Rovers into the lead here. You can see a heavy touch there from John. It looked like Andrew was all over that, but he's not quite got the balance there. John is able to muscle his way into the ball fairly, you have to say, as Andrew didn't have it under control at all there, and John manages to get the shot away, and it is 3-2 in this match to Fatburn Rovers. John there with the goal, and will be delighted with that to stick his team in the lead in this match as Andrew just trips over the ball there, unfortunately, and John comes forward and he's hit wide. Unbelievable there. With John's clinical finishing so far this season, you would have thought he'd be sticking at the back of the net to get his 32nd goal of the night, with Finlay having 2 already. Long ball played all the way up there, and it's out of the box now, and Ash has an opportunity. Ash, and there is, and the referee is giving it not as a penalty here. So you can see here, Ash is in the box, the foot there. Yep, so he's in the box there. It is correctly not given as a foul there, but you can see that they're complaining about it. And now chaos has ensued here as a result of what's been deemed as kicking the ball away and dissent. Ash has been shown a red card. Now, in review, Ash did not kick the ball away, and so as a follow-up after the game, Ash's red card has been downgraded to a yellow. However, in this game, the red card has still been standing. A decision has been done after the game, and so Bayern Bru have to play the rest of the game with only 4 men, as they look like they're going to have to try and shut up shop with the man down in this case, as Andrew looks to come through though, and Paul there with the shot, but Jason gets onto it, and now here's where Fatburn Rovers can press advantage. Finlay coming forward, so they 1 man back. John's there, John plays it back to Finlay. Finlay there waiting, and then pulls the trigger and puts the ball in the back of the net, and Fatburn Rovers take the advantage of having the extra man and get themselves a 4th goal. Finlay completes his hat-trick in this. And now this is where we have the technical issue, unfortunately, where we missed the last goal. And so after this, the final score of the game is 5-2 to Fatburn Rovers, with John getting the last goal of this game. Confirmation of the final scores on screen, including the last game there, 5-2 to Fatburn Rovers. We apologise for the loss of footage there, but hopefully you'd enjoy the majority of the game that was available. And looking at the league table after all results are in, Fatburn Rovers stay top on 16, Ivory toast on second on 12, Bayern Bru third on 10, Scrandinavia fourth on 9, O.B City in fifth on 7, Parmesan Belgrade in 6th with 6, Flaberdeen also 6 points in 7th place, and Rapid Viennetta on 4 at the bottom. Fat Fives are constantly looking for new players. Our registration window is never closed. You can find our player registration form at our website, fatfives.football. Fat Fives are delighted to offer sponsorship opportunities for local, national and international businesses. If you'd like to find out more about sponsorship opportunities, go to our website at fatfives.football/sponsor. Don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure that you're notified of all the highlights for this upcoming season.